sir. Welcome into Fast Break Bets presented by Betting Pros. You know me, know the voice, know the guy. It's me, really real, villain real, Terrell from Virginia here at your service. 1 and 2 day on the pod yesterday. Not how we wanted to start the week with a losing day, but hey, man, more days to go. I'm feeling more and more comfortable. And again, like some of these losses are really, really by the skin of our teeth here. The Atlanta Dream, not one of them. Absolutely not. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna sit back on my Atlanta plus 450 ticket. If you hear me say I'm taking Atlanta again, please stop me. I will not do it. Man, it's just sometimes they can't hit the bright side of a barn. It looked like that there was a lid on the rim, and then Tina Charles was going crazy, offensive rebound, offensive rebound, offensive rebound, putting it back up, missed shot, putting it back up, miss. Like you're getting second chance opportunities and not capitalizing on them. I have to go back and look at what their percentage was on second chance shots in that game, but it couldn't have been good. It was really, really, that was a tough one to watch. That was because they were right there the whole time, and it's just like every single time they got second chance opportunity, a turnover, something like that, they just couldn't close the gap. It's efficiency. So Atlanta plus 5, that didn't go. We did hit the over very easily in the New York Liberty and Dallas Wings game. And then team total 84.5 for the Connecticut Sun. Of course, with 50 seconds to go, they score 86, and that's their last points of the game. So we lose on 2 points on that one. But hey, gonna turn things around, and we're gonna do it really, really quickly because I have three plays. Three plays that I really like tomorrow. Actually, I think it might be four. It might be four. Ooh. So before we get to that though, gotta talk to you about the Discord. Make sure you get into that Betting Pros Discord. Hey, bettingpros.com/chat. You know that we're not here on the weekends. I do not record on the weekends, and so I drop the plays in Discord and we have conversations, and it's a whole bunch of people and we could talk in there, like build this community up of people that just love good hoops, 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 hoops. People that love good hoops. They love betting good hoops. Hey, if you have a play, if you have a bet, a parlay or something, drop it in there. Let me know. I like to tell you guys sometime. You could put the link in there to DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever it is, or drop a screenshot. You can do all of that. So definitely make sure that you get into that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat to get into that Discord. It is bettingpros.com/chat. All right, let's get into it. What's the first game up here? First game okay, so let's talk about the Aces and the Indiana Fever here. So Aces are laying 3.5. It opened up at 1.5. 177.5 is the total. Injury report here for these two teams, and Asia Wilson is not on the injury report, and that is your injury report. The fact that she's not on the injury report because they gave her some rest, and so if you checked out my Twitter and you saw that one of the beat writers for Las Vegas said that, hey, just like how they gave Jackie Young rest about a week and a half ago now, they were looking to give Kelsey Plum rest. They were looking to give Asia Wilson rest. And so that was the mindset for me. Is that, hey, they're gonna get her some rest at some point. You gotta go on, watch the Aces games and all that. They ended up saying right before the Liberty game that she's scratched, she's not gonna play. They even had her in a walking boot just for protection. Like I've seen players that'll be in a walking boot one day and be playing the next day. Like it's really just protection of that leg, ankle, whatever support it is. But I'm not concerned about the walking boot at all, if anybody was wondering. So I was wondering, hey, how are we going to play this game here today? Because we have Asia coming off a rest. We have an Aces team that looked a lot better in that Liberty game, and it kind of feels like the momentum is high. But not only, so she's coming off rest. Remember what I was saying. She's chasing 1,000 points on the season. I think she's at 91 still. Let me double check that real quick. Asia Wilson points 2024. I feel like people aren't talking about this enough, but uh let me go ahead and find the total points count. I believe she's still at 91. And so she's on pace. She has to average 27.2 points per game for the 27.3 for the rest of the season, be able to go ahead and go over that. And I think she's going to try to go like I feel like if she gets close, she's trying to really go over at home. So they have these two games against the Fever. This is the first game of a back-to-back game set against the Fever and in Indiana, and then she's home to play, who do they play again? Um Hold on. There we go. All right, so they're home to play the Sun, and then they go on the road again to play the Storm. I think that she's trying to get it because they talked about this. And if you want to know about this angle, I'm sorry, I'm not going to spend so much time on this game. But this angle is really an angle because when she was going to be the Aces all time leading scorer, Sydney Colson, was sitting on the bench and told her, "Hey, you're almost there. We're about to go on the road for like 3, 4 games. You don't want to break it on the road. You want to break it at home. So just go ahead and go get the record." And so when she told her that and they talked about that in the interview, I knew. I was like, oh yeah, like anything else record wise, I'm just gonna bank on if she has the opportunity to do it at home, she's gonna do it at home. And so she's got some room to make up here, especially not playing that Liberty game, and I think she can do it rather easily. But I'm taking the points. I'm taking her points prop. I'm saying she's chasing greatness. She's chasing that 1,000 points, and she wants to break it at home. And this is gonna put her on pace to break it at home with a really, really good outing in Indiana these next two games. So over 26.5 for Asia Wilson. If you look at her last 5 games against the Indiana Fever, 28, 29, 24, 28, 27. So, I mean, we're right here. We're right. She's been over in 4 of the last 5 versus them. She's been over in 3 of her last 5 games, 20, 30, 41, 26, and that 26 she lost by a hook. 42, so she's had 2 40-point games in her past 5 games. Like, she's been really, really good to this number. This is Asia Wilson we're talking about. We've made plenty of money betting her before. I'm willing to do it again with her coming off rest. So Asia Wilson over 24.5 points. Play a number 2 and play number 3. We are going to the Chicago Sky game. Chicago Sky are at home going to play the Washington Mystics. Mystics opened up catching 4 on the road. They're now catching 2. 160.5 is the total. How I see this game, of course, you play Mystics first half. There's nothing to sit there and talk about that. You're gonna play Mystics first half, like that happens. Okay, so outside of that, there's a couple of player props that I like and that I am really, really interested in. First one, I don't know if I teased it on this show or if I teased it on my other show. Make sure you check out WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Way longer in-game breakdown of all these games. You should check that out. We should be recording early in the morning on Wednesday for these games. So here we are. I talked about it there. I don't know if I talked about it here. But when Angel Reese went down, I knew I was going to hammer Camila Cardoso over rebounds prop. Like, absolutely hammer. Now Angel Reese is out the way. Camilla is a very good rebounder. That is a really, really good aspect of her game. Her size and height at 6'7" already make it a lot easier for her, and she's willing to just do the dirty work, go up and grab rebounds. And so Angel is a dog. She's going to go get her 15 to 20 rebounds a night. But now Angel's not in the lineup. That first game without Angel, they go play a really, really good rebounding team in Dallas that has Tierra McGowan, has Natasha Howard, Satu Sabali, Kalani Brown. She came down with 11 rebounds, had a double-double. So, this matchup against the Washington Mystics, let's go back and let's look at The past 3 games the Mystics have played. And especially think of now Shakira Austin is out of this lineup. It's really Aaliyah Edwards, Stephanie Dawson that are down there trying to, corral rebounds. Last game against the Minnesota Lynx, we had Nafisa Collier, 12 rebounds. Game before that, you had the Phoenix Mercury, who are notorious poor rebounding team. Notorious poor rebounding team. Natasha Mack, best rebounder for the Mercury, off the bench in 13 minutes, she had 9 rebounds. Mo Billings, even in just 20 minutes, had 7 rebounds against this Mystics team. Go back and we look at the Dallas Wings. Dallas Wings. Tierra McCowan, 13 rebounds. 6'7", 13 rebounds. So I'm taking the angle. Give me Camila Cardosa. Give me over her 11.5 rebounds. That is at plus money. It's at plus 115. I see right now, actually. Like that's legit. That's legit plus money. Okay, let me see. Camilla. There we go. Yep, still at 11.5. Still at plus 120 at some shops I'm seeing right now. So plus 120. I think that this is absolutely a really, really good spot for her where she can get over these rebounds against a team that's really been giving up a lot of rebounds to the best rebounder on the opposing team. Angel's not there. Good spot for Camilla. I'm taking Camilla over 11.5 rebounds. Honestly, I see 13.5 here at plus 275. I don't hate it. I see 14.5 at 5 to 1. I don't hate it. I think there is a ladder opportunity with rebounds. And just thinking about it's just a stark difference that I think between Dallas and where the Mystics are rebounding at right now. And I think Camilla can absolutely take advantage of that. Like offense on the offensive glass and defensive glass. So Camilla Cardoso over 11.5 rebounds. All right. Play number 2 in this game. We are going with Isabel Harrison. Isabel Harrison, she is at 11.5 points, minus 115. So I really, this, I think that a lot of people that have not been following the WNBA for a while would been surprised to see Isabel Harrison in that first game with Angel Reese out scored 21 points, but I'm not. And there's a lot of people that have been tapped into the WNBA that know that Isabel Harrison is an absolute starter in the league. Like she is a starter. It was a point in time where they signed her from Dallas, and they were so excited of what she was going to be and how she was going to help carry this team alongside Kalia Copper at the time. And she tore her ACL, I think it was something in her knee. It was her leg. I'm pretty sure it was one of those knee ligaments. She tore a knee ligament, and she was out for a year plus at that point. And so she started working her way back. And this is the moment that she's kind of been waiting for to get an opportunity to break back through that starting lineup. Because they did go and they draft Angel and they draft Camilla, and you got to give them minutes. And they're such good basketball players already. But Isabel Harrison brings another person that can actually get to their spot and score without the double team from Candy Carter spreading the ball around. Like, no, she can actually create and get to her own spot. Very, very good inside that post last game. 21 points was a really, really good. I understand it's a Dallas defense, and that was a, revenge game type deal, all of that. I think she still has another really, really good game here against the Washington Mystics on the inside. And I think that the battle. We'll see. It's gonna be back and forth between if she gets Stephanie Dolson on her, that's absolutely like barbecue chicken, and I think that she's gonna kill. Uh, Isabel Harrison, I feel really good about her. 11.5 points, over 11.5 points, minus 115 for Isabel Harrison. All right, I'm debating a fourth play because we do have one more game, the Seattle Showers, and they could possibly get their name back in this game. I might give them their name back after this one. Seattle Showers are on the road going to play Los Angeles Sparks. Sparks played yesterday. We took them and they did not hold Connecticut under the team total. They gave up 86 points. Uh, Lost by 20, gave up 86 points. Now they got to play another game today. So here's where I'm thinking of this game. I haven't decided if I got there, and I may get there. I'm gonna double check. I'll see who's playing after the back to back. Make sure there's no weird outs or anything with LA. But I think I want to back the Seattle Storm here, and I just want to figure out how do I want to back the Seattle Storm, because remember how I talked about it last week. I should have, but the Seattle Storm played every other day for like 2 weeks. And so now this is finally the first time that they got like 3 days rest, 3 good days rest before this game. You have LA coming off a back to back, very very tough spot. I think defense is going to be even worse. Like the only handicap of them being able to try to hold the Sun defensively is the fact that they just play really really good defense against the Sun for the most part, and they still let the Sun shoot 50% tonight. And so I think that this is a really really tough spot where I think, they're playing off a bat to bat. They get a team that's getting extended rest, like not even just regular rest, extended rest here. So uh I like Seattle. I do like Seattle. I think I do like the 10.5, even though we're playing against a Sparks team that is feisty uh as double digit dogs. They actually covered this number against Seattle in one game earlier in the season. But the team total at 87.5 feels really, really good. And I really, really want to get there on that team total. Slight concerns for the Seattle Showers and how they've been playing over the past since the break offensively and how up and down it's been. And I think that's the only thing that's scaring me off. So I'm not giving it out as an official play right now. But maybe if I go to sleep, wake up on it, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm tripping. I just need to lay the points or take the team total. But I might get to Seattle. I'm not gonna do it now. Maybe later. Check the Discord. We already talked about it. Hop into that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat. And maybe I change my mind and later on in the day and I do add Seattle. And maybe that's enough for you. And you said, hey, maybe I was gonna play Seattle, and hearing him talk about it, I want to play it now. So possibly it could work. All right. So those are the three plays that I for sure have. Three player props, actually. Wow. So let me tell you what I like. Well, I like Mystics first half. Uh, I don't know. I think Chicago actually can kind of win that game. That's gonna be a close one. I do like the under in that game though, 160.5. Over in the Aces and the Fever game for sure. And I don't know if Asia Wilson goes off, they're gonna any Vegas is, and they look really good against the Liberty. Maybe if they just all right, so I'm going Aces. I think I will go Aces there. All right. So three plays that I actually gave out though. I'm just talking through those stuff. Three plays I actually gave out. Asia Wilson over 26.5 points, Isabel Harrison over 11.5 points, and Camila Cardosa over 11.5 rebounds. Hey, let's sweep the day. All right. Make sure you leave a review, bettingpros.com/fast. Make sure you give us a follow on X and on Twitter at bettingpros. And make sure you give us a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube at Betting Pros. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Betting Pros NFL. Hey, I'm on X at really real underscore underscore. And yeah, actually, I think that's it. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna end like this. We are out of here.